so early in the morning. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. This no, I'm not talking about anything. That's say for 4 o'clock in the morning business. Come on.
Leo, it's you who raised the cocoa, the bread business, and I'm clarifying that it's cocoa bread. It's not nothing else but a simple cocoa bread. That
you're,
people gotta get
you're
up.
afraid. You're afraid.
Mhm. Children are up. People who calling
All
cocoa
right.
bread pum pum bread. It's not no pum pum bread. It's cocoa.
I am accustomed to titty bread. I saw pum pum bread on on Twitter this morning, and it looked familiar.
Dude,
Okay,
the
we're up
only
and running
Oh,
on
okay. Thank
Facebook,
you.
you know,
YouTube.
who remember this? School out, school out, school done, school done. Who remember that?
Then you just head right back into summer school. So you know.
Oh my God. That's unfair. That's a donor, Diana. A donor. We're supposed to be happy to jump
Oh,
out of
sorry.
school. School out and for the
All
next
right,
8 weeks.
schoolo.
Exactly, for the next 8 weeks.
Give me.
Free. You know?
I need 2 minutes.
Well, these children can't jump up because they're behind. They need summer classes to catch up.
Listen,
Right?
stop. I'm not talking about
Talk
no.
about the
Stop being a
reality.
donor. Stop being a donor, okay?
But at the reality, we can't.
School out means you're out for 8 weeks, 8 long weeks on vacation. That's what it means.
I mean, you have to have them do something constructive,
What's wrong with this one, man?
not waste time, and get them into some extra lessons.
No, this is a time when you go out and go get your bunker bat and you play with cork and tar. You know what in cork and tar?
No. What?
You don't know what is cork and tar.
No. What's that?
We're
Get a
down there.
picture.
We're down there. We're down there. Come tell me what cork and tar is. Anybody come help her. Tell her what cork and tar is. Okay, cork and tar.
Okay, so why she come tell us? VM said good morning, beautiful people. Joni said good morning, guys. Anissa said good morning, handsomely and beautiful ladies. Garvan early this morning. He said morning, morning, morning. Dr. Diana, Michelle, and Leo. Paulette Chambers said good morning. I missed you guys.
Government, tell her what cork and tar is, okay? And bunker. Alright? Tell her what.
Paulette said, no, Leo, what is that? So I'm not alone.
I'll get Garvan answer. Garvan, tell him what cork and tar is. Cork and tar and bunker, okay? Jesus, my God, where the people that come from? This morning, I get trace off because me I show the countryside of St. Mary in one of my videos. What did I do wrong? Boy. Are you okay, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm okay. You know, here
Oh.
I start with our noise. I'm going to mute her.
Oh, okay.
Said, I have no clue either.
Garvan said that too? Did you say Garvan says...
No clue. I have no clue.
Garvan said that, right?
Yeah.
My God. Okay, Diana.
Yeah, my apologies. My Thursday pickup garbage truck is here on Saturday. So I just catching the extra.
Diana, do you know what cork and tar is?
What?
Cork and tar.
Cork and tar. Cork, like C-O-R-K? No, clearly I don't. What is cork and tar?
Okay. Cork and tar. It's a cricket ball. It's a cheap cricket ball that we used to buy. And because we couldn't afford the leather ball, we used cork and tar that's made of cork and tar.
Where you got the cork?
It's a thing that was sold in the store. Is that something that we make? Cork and tar, the best balls.
So you actually bought it and then shape it as a ball, or it came?
No, it came as a ball.
Oh, so
and we use bunker bat. We use bunker bat and board bat to hit it.
So what's a bunker bat? No.
No, we're not gonna have this discussion this morning.
We know what a
I
coconut bowl bat is. At least give us.
no, bunker. A coconut bowl is a bunker bat. Coconut bunker bat.
Oh, so the coconut bowl is the coconut bunker bat. All right.
But
I just
Jesus.
know it seems as if you know how patois is in Jamaica, that how we call something in Clarendon is not the same way the people in St. Elizabeth call it. And clearly, only people over St. Mary clueless. So una have our own language. I wonder if it have something to do with African language. And for una African, them and for African and Michelle are different African.
Yeah, because we talk better than uno. That's absolutely true. I mean, I don't understand. I fail to understand why these people don't know cock and tar ball really hard. Right? Make the best bouncer in the world and Yorker. Anybody know named Yorker? Anybody know Yorker?
Let me see.
But Yorker is a kind of bowling that you bowl a Yorker. So
So
it's length to length Yorker.
and bouncer, you know what a bouncer is?
A bouncer meaning going to drop a little bit short in front and then lift off your face. So that's when the batsman them have to do so.
Oh, yes, yeah.
All right.
Mr.
Johnny said, okay, Leo, so what is it? VM said, don't know what that is. Paulette said, Leo, where you get these things from? Paulette said, Garvan said, Kingston slang is the best.
You still don't know cock and tar ball. We don't understand this. Oh my God.
Said, no, big no. She said, whatever it is, she no know. No man, a Yorker, when they're watching or listening to cricket and they say that he comes up and he bowls and he delivers a full length Yorker and he know where to dig that out.
Michelle don't know what you're talking about though. Michelle have no clue what I am.
I didn't watch cricket. Sorry, never heard. And me
something and he bowls him out. Look at this, he bowls him. A bowler has to take evasive action.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. You know, me like when West Indies would put a little touch on the bouncer and just change the trajectory and it gone a 6, you know? Really nice. All you need to do is just make the bat touch it and it gone, you know?
And he deflects it off the cylinder.
Exactly. And slip.
Yes, and there's nobody in the slip.
Nobody in the slip.
Okay.
Poor Michelle.
That cylinder.
Poor Michelle.
As we're going, I want to tell the people them good morning.
Oh, we're not telling them good morning yet. Oh my God. And they caught the tail end of our pre-show conversation. That's what it is. But Michelle wasn't in it.
Oh, good morning, folks. Thank you so much for being here. We've missed a couple of Saturdays, and I'm happy that we have this Saturday. I feel like we should go for 3-4 hours. What do we say? Where are we? We are on Facebook and we are on YouTube this morning. And YouTube is Leo Gillen.
The Leo Gillen Show.
Leo Gillen Show. Okay, fine.
Which part that day? Because what's on YouTube, if you don't know by now, it's youtube.com/Leo Gillen.
How about you go on YouTube?
So it's Leo Gillen. Why don't just call it Leo Gillen?
Oh, okay. All right.
Conversations or what?
Yes. And especially if you follow the page, it just show up as, but they have to click on the live because you're not gonna just show the show.
Well, what I want people to do is to go to YouTube and subscribe. That's the most important thing. We would like you to subscribe to the show. That's what we want to do.
Okay.
So just go on YouTube, search Leo Gillen.
Is there a cost to subscribe? Is there?
Actually, no. There's no cost at all. No cost to subscribe.
Right.
But no.
But Diana, don't trust Diana and Michelle because they might find a way how to tag you. Your penny. Yeah?
But we have 3 people on there right now. So
who is on there?
Good morning, people on YouTube. Good morning. All I do, it's nice to hear. Make we know what I have not. Maybe I have not been here. Have I been here on a Saturday morning in the past couple of weeks? Is that the problem that I haven't been here? Is that what it is?
If you're not here, you mess up the system for us. So we're not able to go on.
Oh,
Let's
that's
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
question.
Messed it up. You messed it up.
oh boy, and I tell you, so it's really nice that we are in the summer.
Yes.
The summer in Jamaica. Tell us about your childhood memory of or memories of summer when school out, when school. What the word they use? School out, school out.
School done.
School done. School done. Right. Tell us some of your favorite memories of summer. My favorite was the banana boats and the banana trucks and the banana. We used to hop on punch.
What the banana boat have to do with summer, Leo?
Yeah, because that's a time that we had wharves that people from Orocabessa and around would bring their banana to the wharves to get boxed and shipped away on the ship. The ship used to come and park right in front of the school. And so we had great
Your
time.
school was on the waterfront?
What? Right on the waterfront.
Wow, amazing.
And so we used to look out and watch all the boats, going out. We call them launch and barges and canoes filled with boxes on boxes of bananas heading towards the ship. So some going and some coming. And you could see the little bit of man them on the side of the ship and walk. Because the ship was about a quarter mile out, right? It was
Then we
really
never have no binoculars. When I could have looked
Oh
on.
Lord, who could afford it? But no, listen. Don't bring your rich people ideas to our Rockabessa. Okay, we ain't rich. What the binoculars? We have to do so.
No. We used to make telescope. You never get like a foil paper when it done that. Like telescope.
We used to make telephone with two cans, one milk can pan inside there, one milk can pan inside there, and piece of card between it, and we put it our ears and we talk to each other. That's telephone for us. You see how creative we were.
Mm.
I wonder if we could have hear.
We're creative back then. I don't think the children are right now. I remember we used to make dollies. Like we used to draw it
You
on
used to make dolly,
cardboard.
Michelle?
Yeah, we used to draw it on
Girl.
cardboard, cut it out, and then we used to draw the clothes on paper, cut it out with a little just the dolly.
Una cut out clothes from pattern.
I tell you, we try. It was so much fun. Alright.
Sometimes it was boring because you get to go to some place. But I had a wonderful youth because I had the beach, I had swimming, I had to catch fish, I could go look mango. Yesterday I had a strange conversation on my show. Somebody wrote on the wall that people in Kingston don't eat mangoes that fall on the ground. Is that true, Diana? We don't eat
Well,
mango. We don't eat mango with
if I pick in the mango and it drop on the ground, I eating that mango still. I would just don't walk and pick them up. But that's not
The
true.
grown people.
I don't know that's true. It depends on what kind of mango. You don't want when you drop it to get a
Cream
soft
mango.
spot and you don't like it no more. And depends on how much mango you have. God, he knows if you not had too much mango. Well, you know, see.
I could not believe what I was. We had a big argument on the show yesterday about people in Kingston. We don't eat mango we drop. What the heck?
Because I went up to Wanika house and Wanika have some East Indian mango and then drop. There is just no way to pick them and then drop. So you just walk around, pick up, check,
And cut off his side.
check, put in a bag or left or throw aside and say, all right, that's for the garbage truck. No. Yes, I don't know where them used to live. They must have too much money.
Maybe they're the pretentious people. Lorna said, good morning, guys. I am so happy you are on today. We go through withdrawal when you
I love you, Diana.
Barrington says, summertime in Jamaica, picking pimento, eating mangoes, and all the other fruits. Yes, Jennifer said, I went to the library daily and listened to story time. We also run board
Oh my
dumplings.
God.
Yes, girl.
I watched Pots, Jennifer Malcolm.
Oh,
I could not cook. Also, I went to the country and go to the cane field and learned to tie sugar cane in bungles.
Look at all
Oh yes, that sounds like something that
Fun.
Michelle. Hold on, the tying the sugar cane in bundles sound like something that Michelle should have done, but no know nothing about.
No, because we're going at KNPs. But the thing is that, remember they had this strong library program. I'm not sure if they still do it. But like the community, you'd go to the library and enter the reading competition. You go through the
Michelle,
whole.
oh poor Michelle.
You
We're
never
talking
did
about
it.
fun. We're talking about fun things. We're not
That
talking.
was
No,
fun.
library is not fun.
No, that was fun because you pick your book that you wanted to read, you read it, and then you enter a competition, and the best person won.
And you know Michelle Owen says, of course it's fun.
No, never go all the way, but it was always fun to go to the library, and they always have activities, and the churches used to do stuff too during the summer. Like
Could you read Jennifer's message again? Read Jennifer's message again.
we used to do that too. We used to run boat. Well, my cousin them and the neighbor them used to run boat. We go
Yeah.
shop, go buy food with like a penny.
What's a running a boat? What does she mean by that?
Oh my God, Dr. Diana, you're working.
Oh, and you didn't see the sarcasm in Diane's face. That's why you jump like that. All right.
She had access to a river and all of that, and she
Let her run the boat. Okay.
what was your favorite thing to run a boat with though?
They used to
Dumpling.
catch the fish with dumpling, and they used to catch fish.
We buy a pound of flour and we put now on butter pan. I just wrote about that on butter pan and knead it, and
And
then
they never have no shape.
exactly just throw it in there. Just throw it. Hey, we made a pot of dumpling one time because we never know, and put baking powder inside our boiled dumpling, and
Oh my God.
the pot couldn't hold them. The pot couldn't hold them.
I have to confess though that running a boat, I know what it is, but we never did that. There probably was just more structure in that summer came and you went to summer classes for a period, and when you come back, you fix lunch. So it wasn't like you're
We don't want to hear your boring story. That is very
no, but it's not boring because we thought it was fabulous.
We did that too,
All of that,
Dr.
you
Diana.
learn to do so much other things. You learn to ride your bicycle. You learn to fly kites. You learn how to make kites. You learn all.
Okay, tell us about your making kite. Tell us one way you used to make kites. Come on, tell us.
Well, we all decide which house we're going to raid for the sheet because you need it for the tail.
Okay, yes, all right.
So you decide, all right, you're going to raid your mother yard or me going to raid my mother yard, and we find a sheet and tear piece and carrot. Everybody get that, and then we would have the paper, cello paper, I think cello something paper. It make out a noise, and
Call it kite paper.
but you didn't buy it as no kite paper. I never gone to a store and said kite paper. What was there?
Yes, we did.
No, and sometimes it was newspaper. So it was newspaper. It was a comic strip part of the newspaper, and it was whatever leftover from Christmas paper. And you spread out that, and sometime it was a book leaf, bend down on the side like so, and one little piece of tail on it and the card on it. So it almost look like your phone flat, but it have two little wing down the bottom. That was.
I did something that I know you didn't do. You ever catch birds this summer? But you never did that.
I want someone there. May I have springe and calaban. Springe and calaban.
We used to put tar on the trees. So
That's wicked. Oh no, wicked. That's wickedness.
No, we never harm them. We used to catch them, we pitching the little birds and then land on the tree and then they catch.
And then you catch them.
Mm-hmm.
Diana.
You're back in them the day enough and now they'll lock you up.
No, Diana. So no, there was in fact a kite paper of various colors: yellow, blue, green, orange.
Paper. It was what tissue paper. Leave over. We never go buy no kite paper.
No man, and then listen, and then what we would do is use the either the maga bamboo and slice it down the side of it to make the frame, or we use the coconut, the coconut leaf, the leaf part, the backbone of the coconut leaf, and we break it and make into various frames, structured frames of a kite, and then we use flour as the paste to paste on the paper.
Then that was the glue. You could tell us that was the glue. Everybody knows how flour make glue.
Okay.
We all
We also use,
Come on, come in.
yeah, so
Another
use,
comment coming
we have
in.
when you make kite. But Leo, we never made it up and tie up all those things, you know. For us, it was getting a piece of paper and passing kind of needling the bone
Yeah.
through to make an X. And that was our
I know those kind of full kite. Yeah, I'm gonna make full kite.
Okay. Two comments.
Yes.
Michael Tomlin said, good morning, holiday crowd. Althea said, happy to have found you again. Were you off for a while?
Leo couldn't remember the code for sign with Ian, and so we
1 week, 1 week.
Leo Paul. Paulette said, summer growing up was playing outside, trips to the beach with my family, and summer camp. Joni said, a suggestion, whenever we aren't able to have a show, please send out a message. This may keep your viewers.
Leo, no code for send out
other
a message.
sources for the
That's a
time
wishful
slot.
thinking. Good idea, though. Good idea, but
Good idea. They have to work on that. Johnny said, yes, Michelle, fun times. Jessie said, oh, I miss you all when you are not on. Oh, you're my morning cup of coffee. Paulette said, Les, there was kite paper.
Thank you, Paulette. You're a good girl.
Paulette never have no kite paper.
Johnny said, yes, Dr. Diana, my uncle were 5 to 10 years older, so they had kite competition and thief out food to cook in our real dolly house pots and pans. Michelle, they would even slingshot birds, yeah, as part of the food source. That is true. Jennifer Malcolm said Jamaica culture is so rich. Every district seems to do things a little different. That is true.
Okay, so with the catching,
different too.
with the catching up birds, right? 3 different ways we got birds. There's one thing called a calaban. Anybody know what a calaban is? Poor Uno.
Explain. No.
A calaban is it's like a basket, a square basket, what we make out of sticks and wood, right? And so we set it, we put it on the sides like that, and then use one piece of stick to catch it up like so. And so we'll put some food, corn or something on the ground, and when the bird comes, they hit the stick and the calaban drop on them. And so we go on.
What's the calaban made of?
Stick and trash and everything. Anything.
Let's just use one like a basket.
Something like that. It could be a basket, but we never had any money to get basket. Baskets are an expensive thing for us at that time. We have to make it. And then the other thing is we had a called a springe. Now a springe is a tree trunk. So we strip off a small tree that's growing up, a small tree, strip it off all the way up, and the only thing that's left is the trunk. At the top of the trunk, we take it, put a piece of cord on it, bend it to the ground, right? And tie it to something on the ground loosely, and put a piece of cheese or something that bird would like on there. And when they come and pick it, boom, it grabs them and flings them up. So we go and check our springe twice or thrice a day to see if we're catching them. And most times, those kind of birds are the birds that walk on the ground, like pea dove, Chapman chick, and so forth. Those are the walking birds. And the other thing is that we shoot them with slingshot.
Oh, no, barbaric.
We're all
on a strip down the tree, mash up the environment, tie it down now, and then pick up the bird. When the bird comes to eat the little piece of cheese, we're going go see the little scrap of cheese too. And then make the fling back and lick it on a barbaric.
I might tell you, when we catch them bird there, I'll be eating. I mean, eating for the whole for the rest of the day. I want one bird share all 5, you know.
But one bird you can't even see how much. When friends go bird bush and then them say boy them cooking bird and you go, you can barely find the tip of the bird liquor so.
It depends on the bird. We have different size bird. We have beanie bird. We have Chapman chick, pea dove, ball plate. We have gold.
Name Chapman.
Yeah, man, Chapman chick, the hopping dick. Me teach about the hopping dick before.
Yes, but me never hear about no chopping no bird.
Sweet John Chewy. Everybody sweet John Chewy. Sing sweet John Chewy all day long. Squid.
You know them the bird. Michelle, when you used to catch a bird, what them name?
No. She know nothing.
We also have the pigeons. We used to have pigeons. Sometimes we used to catch. We never eat them. We used to catch the parrot, because we always have the wild parrot, so we used to catch
You don't
Parakeet.
eat the parrot then.
Parakeet.
No, we
Parakeet.
didn't
Don't
eat
you
them.
not eat the
No,
parrot?
we didn't eat them. We kept
Not
them
parrot.
as
Parakeet. Parakeet. Not parrot.
parrots.
We don't have no wild parrot in Jamaica. We have
Of
parakeet.
course we do.
No, we
We
don't
have a
have no
bush,
wild.
We
Where do
have
come from?
before they
parrots.
developed the area, we had bush.
Parakeet. Parakeet.
No parrot.
Alright,
We
so what's the
catch
difference
parrot,
between the
pigeons,
parrot and the
brown
parrot?
dove.
The parrot is one we can train for chat. Then
You
grow
don't
big.
train them the one there too?
No. Them the wild one in Jamaica. I
Slow.
can't.
They're
No,
slow.
parakeet. Remember, you have a parakeet. Most of the hear the same. We
There's
have
a
a parakeet.
parakeet.
Take some. Come.
Okay. VM says, how do you cook a bird?
Oh, I can teach you.
All right. Paul
Meaning that he
said,
doesn't know.
where were you? Why were you killing the bird, Leo?
Yeah.
To eat. Of course, to eat. Oh, yeah. We don't kill if just to kill.
Paul said, love to you all from Joy in London. As
Hey,
I
Joy! Morning!
shot.
Morning, Joy!
Shot. Paulette said, you eat birds? Ew.
What the heck? What is she talking about? You eat chicken, don't you?
Garfan said, all right, Garfan, no, listen to Garfan. Be careful what you eat. The Bible labels all the birds that are edible. Beware not to eat sin. Yourself, Leo.
Okay, so there are certain birds that we don't eat, right? We don't eat the robin redbreast, right? It's too pretty. We don't eat the ants eater because they're thinking dirty. We don't eat the nightingale because they say a whole heap of worm, but we do eat
the junk crow.
We don't eat the junk crow. So yes, we go by the Bible.
Johnny said, I don't know what type of birds. However, we knew when it was.
We're not hearing you.
Michelle, you just mute a while ago in the middle of
For
it.
some reason, like one ghost in my house.
Oh, we're not doubting that. We're not doubting that, Michelle.
Michelle, we have to go send it down at the package store.
I'll put some oil.
Frankincense in
Put some oil on the head. Can go St. Thomas.
No, frankincense and myrrh.
Not true. Jody said, too young to know what type of birds. However, we knew when it was chicken, them teeth, because someone got in trouble later. When there's a thief people chicken. Oh my
God. Yeah. No, you know them days when you have a thief chicken. Come and fall in everybody's yard.
They're not saying enough people come and fall.
If you want your yard to full up of fall, just throw out some corn. And everybody has chicken coming in here. Don't worry about it.
And then you just eat one.
Just eat one.
Sharon on YouTube said neon tissue paper and bamboo sticks.
What kind of paper?
Neon tissue.
Tissue paper. See, for make.
No one use tissue. You don't know why we call tissue paper.
This is right. For the gift, you know, when you get present these days.
Oh yes, that is exactly what it is. That's kite paper. That is in various colors.
Right, so that's why we said that we would use whatever was left over from Christmas alongside with newspaper.
We never have nothing like that in a Christmas. So we don't know where I talk about back in the days. Where?
Laugh after we.
Anyway, so someone asked about how do we cook birds? Okay, so here it is. If it's only one bird you have, you strip it and thing and wait until the fire come in at the kitchen. Or sometimes the kitchen, them left the ashes are burned, the ashes still hot. You just throw the bird in there and then wait for 10. No, you just throw some salt, you wait that out.
Yeah.
And then, but then if it's not a bird, then you boil soup. Yeah, bird soup. Man, that good. It used to good because I eat it no more. But man, bird soup? Oh my God. Enough meat.
It tastes like chicken soup?
Yes. Okay. Really good, but a little bit gamey. A little bit gamey. But yeah. Really
It's
nice.
really good, people. Really good. You should try it when you go to Jamaica. Okay.
Oh, Michelle, poor Michelle, poor Michelle.
So Leo, tell me about about putting the chicken in the bird in the ash.
Okay,
So
so what? Okay, so most when you don't cook, the fight when because it's a common
I
group,
understand the concept.
right?
Tell me about it.
The fire is never normally dead
Okay.
because when the family make breakfast, the wood is still there and the ash is still there, and under the ash there's normally fire. And so
Mm.
when we know that that is going on, we just bring the bird come and throw it in the ash and cover it because it's going to bake. It's going to bake in the ash. Yeah, and we just wait for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then the bird cook, we take it out and do it.
15 minutes
Okay.
and
Michael said only kill one bird as a child. Was so sorry for it. We're here murdering birds left, right, and center. Sandra said, "Good morning, beautiful people. How do you do?" Jody said, "No, that was chicken out of the fridge or on the counter once eaten for dinner." But the person that tried to eat
and then take it run them boat.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
And, you know,
that's out of order. That part was out of order. Garban
they
said,
get in
"I'm laughing
trouble.
with you."
Somebody go buy back.
Paulette said, "Animal cruelty." Yes, Leo.
But,
Brutal.
but I really have heard about chicken thief. You know, people thieving chicken in their community. I've heard that a lot of times.
Really?
Yes,
So
yes.
when people that fried chicken, then we take off
Then if
like
you
a
say you
leg.
just throw the corn and the chicken, then come to
No,
you.
no, 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 no. Some people have real coop. What we call coop. It's coop, right? But
Yeah,
a
we
coop.
still have cook. Yeah,
There's
we still
people
have
have real coop. And when they have coop, it means that them own them chickens.
Okay.
yeah.
Either them have some little shit will look like a rabbit. What is the name again?
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
No, well maybe a rabbit, but they have the one that never have no tail.
Yeah,
And
rabbit.
a little hamster or something like that.
Yeah, but them hamsters are little small stuff.
Okay, anyway, but them a little bit. But remember, anybody can remember it's not a rabbit and
Don't
it's
tell me
not a
to eat
hamster.
that.
And so once you have a cub, what happened is you were caring for your animal, the chicken. You're caring it for eggs or you're caring for meat. And so people go raid people chicken cub all the time, and then that's the problem.
Okay. They never eat it. Okay. Garvan said duck nothing eat. Yuck. I tasted and hated it. Ew. Yeah, duck nothing eat. They're web eat.
Duck must
Tony
eat
said
like a
guinea
nice,
pig.
good Peking duck. You know,
Guinea pig! That is what I'm talking about!
As I said,
Guinea pig! Yes!
you know, some people eat duck, right? Well, because I church, but never go on fancy dinner. When they have like are the French ambassador, all these people. So you have the whole spread, and like you don't want to feel awkward. So when they give it the meat, but you got chicken. Then we done, they say, "Oh, it was a duck good?"
But yeah, it's called guinea pig, Diana.
Yeah, guinea pig. Michael said guinea
Oh.
pig, Leo.
Yes, it's between a hamster and a yeah, not a rat.
I just said, women were told not to eat bird or your hair would fall out. Are true, or is it because they've never want to share?
You never hear that one day.
Maybe they want to hear none.
You seem to have missed some. Sandra had said, "Good morning, beautiful people."
I
How
did.
you do?
Were you tuned out?
Okay, perhaps.
Joyce said,
I
Leo.
wanted to say welcome to
Yes,
Sandy because I
yeah,
feel like I've missed her for so long.
Yeah,
She had a
that's
birth month last month, all of the
a
month.
whole month. Joyce said, Leo, you're lazy. I make fire fresh each time I slingshot my one bird.
Oh my God! We make fresh fire every time we carry we butter pan go bush, and hey, you when you go bush for go make
Hold on. Joy says she come from Spanish Town. Where she get bird from for kill?
yeah, Spanish Town the town.
Then on a bird bush.
Yeah, bird up there. I'm not a bird bush.
Oh, then I have no bush or Spanish song?
No wonder on the one bird she killed.
Oh my. Paulette said, my parents used to raise chicken. One morning there was a man in the yard running with one of the chickens.
I tell you.
A stern voice, hello there. The man dropped the chicken and jump over the fence. Carol said the duck has a lot of bones. I tried curry recently, was good, but also a lot of fat. I had to trim off, need lots of pepper. Yeah, enough to eat, duck. Enough to eat. Okay, what else we talking about this morning? Thank you, Bestie. Sandra said, thank you, Bestie. That's why I love you. Thanks for acknowledging my birthday after the fact. Didn't she acknowledge it before, right?
Yeah, we did.
We
But
did.
she wasn't there.
Oh, she never did it. Okay, what we're talking about today? So much happening news.
Whole heap of things to talk about. We need to talk about the Japan, what happened down in Japan. It was just so sad. We need to talk about what happened to Boris. So sad. And we need to
Boris is sad. Boris is sad.
Not too sad.
Yeah, Boris is sad because Boris was going to have his big wedding party down at the country house for the prime minister, and him planned this big party because remember him and the lady get married, you know, but them had a little event and him planning this big wedding party, and now them I say, you know, I had no party down here, no, can't have that.
Oh man.
But Boris, this is his fifth wedding.
Really?
I think so. His fifth wedding, and each time that he got married, the reason that the marriage break up is because he has another child out there.
So he has 5 children?
A child now.
He has several kids with other people outside of marriage. So you get married, go have a baby with another woman, and then break up. You go get married again and go have another baby with that. That's truth.
Boris is a rolling stone.
But you know, I read when I was watching a documentary this morning on Boris, and I didn't realize that we really have a mental case. This is somebody who started an organization called Bullyism or Bully Stick or Bully something or other, and had men bullying people around school and college. I mean, this man has done so much quirky thing, called people all kinds of name, refer to African people and black people in some very derogatory way. And
yet he got that position.
And so, you know, my post on Facebook this morning was something like, you know, once you're rich, you'll get by. Because there's no way on earth that a person who don't have money could get to where Boris gets.
You think of that? Or you think of the mentality of the society?
No.
Like how he got there. Because more than like the people similarly think like
he was the editor. He was the editor of a major newspaper in England.
Yes. Yeah, but Leah, people have to support him. People have to support him.
Money.
Look on Trump.
People support money.
Yes, but you have a larger society that supports his way of thinking. No. That's where he's gotten where he is.
Let me tell you something. You see scamming? You see scamming? How much people get rich out of scamming? What do you think? Then people there give people life skills idea. I mean, you get rich from scamming, and then all of a sudden you get respect because you're rich.
Look at it. People voted for him. So people with a similar way of thinking voted for him.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Listen, you see what happened in the US, and you see even after Trump come out, how people they treat people after Trump come out. People remain silent with their way of thinking, and it comes out when these people go into higher office and come forward and speak out with their way of thinking.
No.
Everybody who voted for Boris agree with the way of thinking.
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. If Boris probably didn't go out of office, I would have no reason to go and watch a documentary on him. If he's coming out, then no. If he's the editor of a newspaper that I read every day, if he's the editor and him have so much money and he's so vocal and so focal, then what happens is I don't need to see the depth of who he was when he's a kid. I just know that he's an editor of a major newspaper and I will vote for him. That is it.
I guess I think
you don't have to know.
Like when I support people, like when I look to vote for somebody, I look to see if what they're doing align with my goals and how I view the world. So to me, if Boris got there because of popularity, majority of those in England who voted for him are thinking the same. And you can see
No,
by
no,
all
no.
the racist stuff that's been happening to people in England, where you see when refugee coming over, how they treated them. You see how they were trying to change the laws to say certain people of certain colors need to go back to their country. You see all these things. People support. Yeah, you have money. He got his view up, but people in England supported him and his views. That's why he got there.
Michelle, I don't think that majority of voters go and do deep search
That
on
is sad.
anybody on anybody's. It doesn't matter that they think the same way. That's not it. He may come out and sends out little clips of what he believes to want to get him votes. He comes out and he says nice things to people to get into office. I am not going to go do any research on his background to know that
That is a
he was a part
problem.
he was a part of the bully society. Who does that? Nobody does that. So you don't
But people
necessarily
were
mean that.
highlighting
It
it.
doesn't necessarily mean that you have to believe in what he believes. You don't have to believe that he's a racist to vote for him because he says the right things when election time comes around. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Doesn't matter. That's how life go.
So,
All right,
I
Dr.
want,
Diana wants to say something.
yes, I want to say something. Thank you very much, Michelle. Whoa, tired. But I really agree with Michelle on this one that coupled with the access to financial support is the concept or the ideas that the person spews. So Boris is able to go because there are people who identify with what he says, and pretty often these people too are financially competent and able to throw significant amount of financial support to get to gloss it over sufficiently for the masses to vote and to support.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Money.
invariably, no, that's not what you're saying.
Money. I am saying it takes money. It takes money for Trump to get where he is. Money is all Trump needed.
But
People
driven, no, not just money. It is driven by the ideology that he spews and the fact that a significant portion, I'm not saying all who voted for Trump voted solely because of his ideology. Some voted because they didn't want the opposition. They voted because they didn't want him.
That is exactly right.
So it's a combination of things, financial competence and the ideology that is going to drive people to it. No,
I don't think that the ideology, because I don't think anybody knew that Trump was going to pull a stunt as he did in January 6th. Nobody knew that.
Oh my
But,
God, are you
no,
following?
but
Are
don't
you
go to January
following?
6th.
but I think that most
How many people
that
support Leo? Look how many people
when
supported him. It wasn't money that made
it
them
was because of
You never watch it.
ideology.
it's not because they believe that they voted him
They
out.
did.
Yes.
They
No,
did.
no. He said the
Go watch
right
the
things. He
testimony.
said
Go
the
watch the
right things when he
testimony.
wanted he had enough money, and he said the right things when he wanted the vote.
They
So
believe.
when he came in and he acted out his stupid ways, then they voted him out. That's
No,
it's the
No,
same thing.
but
no,
look, a
Leo.
significant portion. Yes,
No,
they
Leo.
voted him out.
Go watch the
Yeah.
But
testimony.
Leo,
Go watch the testimonies, and then we come back and discuss.
was
What
it
Go
testimonies?
watch all
What
those people who
testimonies?
supported him and were testifying about what happened. Go listen to their testimony.
They
And
will
then
still
you have
support
a
him.
discussion.
But you're talking majority of the nation that voted for him. They responded to him back in 2016. They responded to what he was saying at the time when he got to be nominated as president. That's what I'm talking about.
All
It
right.
has nothing to do with his
All right,
ideology. It has to do with the fact that he has money and he can say the
all
right thing.
right.
Yeah.
Yelling. All right. Let
All
me
right.
some comments.
Okay.
So hold on though.
Okay.
Let me some comments.
All right. Let me drink water.
Water, calm down, people. Carol said Boris need to it time. He should not be prime minister in the first place. That is true. Johnny said Abe's assassination is heartbreaking. Boris is unfortunate, but still a hot mess. He should go quietly. Johnny said, Leo, does Boris remind of someone across the pond?
Of course, he reminds me totally of Trump. I
I
mean,
said, Miss D, Spanish Town is a landmark, but on the outskirts of Spanish Town, there were plenty of bush areas.
Okay, good.
Johnny said, right, Michelle, exactly Trump. Sandra said, what is that weapon Michelle flashing? Oh, it's just my lip gloss. Johnny said,
Shall I seal it at Leo any minute now?
Johnny said, Michelle, I agree with you. Sandra said, Leo, your eye should have been poked out if you were closer. Oh,
Who said that?
no, man. I just look at it on my hand. I even have a ball in my hand. I just have it. Sandra said, never mind, you're wearing glass. Johnny said, really, Leo? Boris was talked about and compared to Trump way before either of them got into their
My post this morning. My post.
Let her finish reading. You can't do that.
Money power is dangerous. Trump, example, Trump and Boris. We're not saying we're not saying anything different. That's my post this morning.
You have
but I'm also
to complete her.
Of course, but I am
can't interrupt like that. That's not.
Of course.
That's bad.
No. I'm saying that we're not saying anything different.
Apologize. She's reading the notes.
Oh yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. She stopped. But I'm just saying to you that it's different. It's different. You're not saying anything that's different.
She stopped reading it.
Of course, because I'm speaking, and it's okay. We have enough time. But I'm just saying that we're not saying anything different. Trump and he are the same.
Right now, we get you. Michelle, continue.
It's summertime when the weather is fine. Okay. Where were we? Johnny said they were both rich, spoiled brats. Both in New York City. Boris was Brexit. That's true. That's what he got in.
Brexit,
yeah. Paula said people close their eyes to the truth of Boris. That is true. They think like him and they are emboldened. Same thing in the Trump in the US.
Exactly.
Precisely, Dr. Diana. Well said, Bestie. Sandra, I kind of get what they're saying as well. Joy said they belong to a club that we don't belong to. Money and fear of their historical brutality. Yes. Johnny said, Leah, both men appeal to the people who felt suppressed and could not air their racist and xenophobic ideas. BM said, Leo, I disagree with, oh my God. BM, I disagree with you. Leo, keep it down a bit. Peter Gay said, good morning, everyone. Paulette said, I agree with Dr. Diana and Michelle. Vinette said, he's too loud. Sandra said, not should poke out Michelle. I said would have been poked out. Okay. Patricia said, good morning, guys. Do I need to send you to stand in the corner for a while, standing on one foot and holding your ear?
That's okay. That's what keeps you guys jumping.
That's true. Michael said, Leo, calm down, please. Sandra said, I'm bringing everybody some fever grass tea. On YouTube. Sandra said, money plus the people are fascinated with his personality, just they were in 2016 on the US. Sean said, good morning, Leo, and how are you doing?
Lord.
That's Sean.
That's me. But as I said, my point is in 2016, people enjoyed the freshness about Trump. They enjoyed the difference that it didn't sound political. And that's why they voted for him. It has nothing to do with his ideology. It has to do with him, his power, his money. There are guys who run in the United States election who all they had was money. And they made it up there. And if they got a chance to be at the front, they would. And it's the same thing with this guy. He grew up from a little boy being a spoiled brat. And I never knew that until he left. I got a chance to read about his the documentary and read about it.
And you say something that's a valid point, and that's my thing with people. Like when these people appear running for office, like people don't look into them and their background, because as you say, they will say stuff to sway you, and then you have to look at who they are, because once they get in, it's the real them coming out. So that is why people have to research these people that are running for office so they know who they are, because they don't change overnight.
No, they don't. But they'll say the nice things to you. But they'll say
exactly. Yeah. So people have to be smart, especially when election time coming. They have to be smart. and
Absolutely.
research these people. Because if everybody listen, because all you're saying was being said before Boris even went into office, and they were harping on it and thought, and people ignored it. Same thing with Trump. People highlighted everything. His father and mother were head of the Ku Klux Klan. They were the supreme being. Like people were harping, everybody ignored it. And then now we see what happened. So people have to be really conscious when it comes to voting.
And
Because
it's very important, Michelle, because in my fear with Trump being the leader on January 6th last year was that I am thinking about Hitler, how one man ruled the entire Germany, and nobody could get him out because he put up a piece of mechanism around him that nobody can get to him, so he can speak freely. Nobody can talk back to him. And so
his ideology.
people bought into him the first time because he said the right, he said the things that take the energy out of people and into them.
Ideology.
Yeah, the ideology.
No, it's the clips of the words that he used, not his ideology. He wants to get into office, so he says everything that he wants people to hear.
And he plays
And
on
he plays on that. That's
and
it.
he plays with the ideology
It's
because
not the ideology.
look
It's
earlier
just clips. It's just clips.
when Trump was able to get all these educated men to put on them Ku Klux thing and walk through and parade openly, is the ideology that here it is that you have a man who is bucking the traditional political
Politician.
on the face of it. So that's the ideology one that they're advancing. This man is outside of politics. This is a businessman. So he's not a career politician. So they buy into that. You can't ignore that. That is an ideology. That's an idea that he's planting carefully. I am not your politician. Then coupled with that, he is a white established man. So that is another ideology that here it is that you have a non-traditional man who is prepared to take people from private business to make them minister of this or head of education. When him take that woman and put her as education,
nothing.
Something who totally clueless. The nation buys into it and they're okay with it because again you're
tired of
the traditional technocrats in the sector and you're putting in these different people. So two ideas. I'm not
Oh, ideas. Ideas.
So they are ideology in this.
Right.
Yeah, but one of the big one
Where
people
they come
forget
back.
enough. You know what the biggest one or where the biggest voters are? People forget the Christians. You know what they played into? Abortion rights. You know what
Yes.
else he played into? Homosexuality, the LGBT. They're
Yes.
taking away from
What-
God.
what-
Those people.
Yeah.
That is what those Christians came out to vote for.
That's
We're
it.
going back to our core church belief. So this is why we go vote for this man. Forget everything else. We're going to get back.
Exactly. Forget his ideology. These are the things that I want on the
Church
plate.
belief, so that's
Absolutely.
the church ideology. That's the ideology of the church that he spoke to.
Exactly.
And he
So
spoke
he's
to those people.
piggybacking.
So what was Trump's slogan?
Make America great
Great.
Again.
Bring it back to where it was.
Make
You know,
America
that-
great
No. Don't try to decipher it because you're deciphering is what you want to decipher from it. But he says make America great again. That could mean anything with anybody.
Okay, this is how we know. Like,
but it's
what he was
deliberate.
what
But
he
Leo,
was chipping away at.
deliberate because when you say that to somebody whose ideology is Ku Klux, white supremacy, and you spout and support that and have them endorse,
No.
you have to guess what you're talking about.
No, he says make America great again.
Exactly.
It could mean anything.
Well, when was America great?
But I'm saying
When was America great?
when it gets to my ears as a Ku Klux man looking at a white man who is a non-traditional politician who supports and allows me to support him, that is what I see.
So here's what happened. When he used those words in 2016, people bought into it. But in 2020, when they found out really what it means or what it meant to them, they voted him back out. That's it.
You
But you don't know what he is until he's in office.
You know, the problem is
There,
that
there's
sometimes
some
they
things that you
change.
don't
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, Trump never had the popular vote, you know. He never had the popular vote. You know that, right? He never had it.
It doesn't matter what he had. He was
So
the
the
president of
majority
the
of the
United States.
people, the newer set of people who came, the voting class, the newer younger ones who did get opportunity to vote now, like, you know, they were under 8, now they're voting. These are the people who voted. The more educated younger ones are saying, whether my parents... Let me finish my thought.
and
No, let me finish my thought.
Let Michelle finish.
Okay, not more educated, but they were more
Thank you.
smarter. They looked at what was happening and they said, this is not right. Remember, you know, when the whole march on the Capitol happened, remember who were reporting, you know, is the children are reporting their parents, you know. Most of the children reported their parents because they're saying this is not right. My brother and sister, not because they're gay, they should also have the right to do what they want. This is not right. So that class of people started to vote. It's not because, oh yeah, his people support us. Stuff. They were still there. They're still there. They're the ones that saying he did not win because we voted. So he definitely won because we were still voting. That was the issue. So he should have won. So no, don't say because, oh, they voted him out. They didn't vote him out. People just got, the younger generation got wiser, smarter, and fixed the problem. That's the thing.
And another thing that we need to point out to Leo, when Trump in 16 said, make America great again.
When you were evaporate.
It is suggesting that the black leadership that we've had for the past 8 years was a problem. So within it is saying to the society white supremacy.
Let me make my point. Let me. So you guys are not saying what are saying exactly what I'm saying. You know? No. But you guys are misunderstanding what I'm saying. Because I am saying in 2016, when we voted for...
Nobody said a we. Me never vote for Trump.
When we voted for... He was the president from 2016 to 2020.
Oh.
In 2016, when we voted for Trump, when America voted for Trump and put him in office, it was the clips... Let me finish. It was the clips of his words that they voted on, not his ideology. Nobody knew his ideology. But all he was, hold on. All he was a businessman who had money. And all he was taking his business concept as a non-political man to come into office. That's what America voted on. And so when they found out in 2020 that this is not what they are getting, they voted him out. That's what happened. Okay, so I am saying that it's not his ideology they voted on. They voted on clips of his words. That's what they voted on.
Ideology is, Leo.
All right, yeah.
Because when they have the ideology, like a clip, I still like you speaking. Like I said, I'm against abortion. Oh, I'm against abortion.
Come on, that's not your ideology. That's not an ideology.
Let us agree to disagree on it.
That's not an ideology.
Let's read some comments. Let's read some comments. Okay. Johnny said, no fascination. They just believe the hype. That is true. Garvan said, chompa chomp. Good one. Brian said, popularity got both these men in power, and the wrong kind of popularity also saw their demise. Sandra said, I agree with Leah. The former president bringing freshness, not political. Johnny said, as a New Yorker, we knew. Boris was also born in New York City, both hot mess. Sandra said, I agree with you, Michelle. These people do not change overnight. A leopard cannot change its spot unless them clone them. Paulette said, true, Dr. Diana, but he tricked them.
Exactly.
Joyce said, voters usually don't have intellectual reason to make the best choice. Usually they side with what is their core idea. Paulette said, that's code for someone. Or Paulette said something else. Althea said, he means make America white again. You know, a politician said that the other day, right?
Really?
When they overturned the Roe versus Wade, she said it was a slip of the tongue. Peter said, Brian said, Leo, I tell people, let him finish.
Are you serious? Somebody did that and it was actually said it out loud?
Yes, she said, like she was, you saw the clip, Leo?
No.
It's the lady. I have to find it. Like she was talking and then she said, this is great for white America or white, something like white. And everyone was like, what?
Yes,
And then
yes,
she said,
yes.
but I adopt a black child. And then she posted black child she adopt.
Mm.
Fran said, what is ideology? Leo, what is ideology? Sandra said, Leo, what your shirt say? Good vibes. Good vibes, right? Good
Yes.
vibes. Okay, on
I think
YouTube,
we've had
a
a
lot of
robust
comments
discussion
on
on that.
YouTube.
Yes.
Sean said, Leo, too loud. Leo, stop it, Leo. Dr. Johnny said, guys, I got kicked off Facebook mentioning Trump. Be careful. Okay, no problem.
Ah!
Sandra said, that's correct, Diana. Sharon said, when was America great? Johnny said, precisely, Dr. Diana, it was deliberate. Leo, please don't make light of the fictional nostalgia he perpetuated. Valerie said he showed her true colors once he was president.
Once
He
he
showed,
became president. So
yeah.
an ideology is the country's
Yeah, we agree that we
belief.
wouldn't
Oh,
ban it.
hold on. Let me finish.
You know, they're
Someone
not
asked a
going to
question.
get deep on.
Someone asked a question. What's an ideology? An ideology is not about abortion, or it's not about Christianity. An ideology is the principle on which the country believes and moves into. So an ideology is you can look at China's ideology in communism and decide whether or not America should do business with China. That's a whole ideology. An ideology is not a thought or just a belief that someone should have the right for abortion or not. That's not an ideology. Ideology is a country's way of doing business, or just their thought about how the country operates. That's the ideology.
Okay, good point. Joshua said, good morning. Late coming on today. Good discussion today. Thank you for joining us. Joni said on YouTube, yes, Michelle. No, Sharon said, yes, a female Republican said it. Joni said, yes, Michelle, they keep saying the quiet part out loud. When called they calm, they claim that's not what they meant. That's true. Sharon said, let's move on to another topic, please. Yes, we're moving on. What's the next topic of the day? I think we beat that horse with, what they call it, beat that horse with whatever I say. What's the next topic?
We beat that dead horse, right?
Beat that. So what's the next topic, Dr. Diana? So much going on.
I can't help but think, whether or not we're talking about horse ass or what, but.
Oh, hold on. Before we go on, Peter said, Michelle, is freedom of speech not recognized over here? Why did you deliberately skip my comment? Peter Gay, sorry, I did not see it. Oh, me never see. Hold on. I just saw you corrected it off. Okay, she said Joe Biden was also a supporter of white supremacy and the KKK. He also fought against segregation. They are all the same. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Never mean to do that.
Already, yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so what's the next topic? What's happening in Jamaica? What you hear about popcorn?
Yes, I have popcorn up to read.
I still don't understand the popcorn thing. I mean,
popcorn is something you eat when you go to movies.
I read several articles and I still don't get the hoopla. So somebody need to tell me to square me out.
Well, let me read the article from yesterday's paper. It says the Jamaica Gleaner. Popcorn files defamation suit against the government. Popular dancehall entertainer Popcorn, whose real name is Andre Sutherland, filed a defamation suit against the government arising from a statement issued by the Jamaica Constabulary Force in relation to alleged false remarks made against him. The Attorney General is named as the defendant in the suit, which was filed by Bert Samuels of the law firm Knight, Jr. and Samuels. The JCF had issued information in a media release on Wednesday regarding the entertainer and alleged legal issues in Barbados. The statement was issued to explain the entertainer's recent long wait for processing by immigration in the UK on Tuesday. The law firm, which representing the entertainer, has issued a statement saying that the information from the Jamaica Constabulary Force was not true. They asked for an apology. Samuels said no response was received from the JCF, and so the suit was filed. He said that the only charge against Popcorn against Popcorn was possession of marijuana in 2009, namely smoking a spliff, and that had been expunged from his criminal records in Barbados. The suit is asserting that the JCF press release made false and malicious statements against without cause, resulting in the entertainer suffering loss, damage, and injury. He's claiming general damages, damage for defamation, interest, legal cost. So he
Diana, do you know what they, do you know what?
he states that he had never been arrested in Barbados or any other place for possession of a controlled substance.
All right, Dan, what was the statement from the police, the JCF?
Well, the police content, I don't know where it is. I hear that it has been deleted.
Okay, and then an expunged record means that you went through trial and got the conviction, right?
Expunge, I mean, you don't have to really go through trial. It's whatever charge you have, you can get it removed. So what, you know, like when you have a criminal, you can just clear your record, you just ask them to remove it.
But hold on. How do you get charged and
Sometimes it can be, you know, like how people charge you, case get dismissed or whatever happened, and necessarily have to go through trial, get a conviction and all that stuff. Like everything your criminal record can show up. Like, so if you get locked up or all these things, it can just pop up. So people like usually when they just want to clear your record, you just expunge everything.
I understand. But
hold on.
if you don't have a record, it can't be expunged.
Right, so he perhaps had a record, but remember that everybody who has a record in Jamaica for smoking marijuana or possession of a spliff, and in his instance, he was smoking a spliff. In Jamaica, if
it wasn't in Jamaica, it was in Barbados.
Yeah. So I'm saying that perhaps, and I don't know what it is, we would probably need to speak to somebody in Barbados to know what it is. So I'm surmising that he was charged for smoking a spliff, and they've changed the law, and smoking a spliff is okay, so you get that expunged. Just like the people them who were
that makes better sense. That makes better sense.
Right. So just like people in Jamaica who would find themselves in the same position, having been charged for smoking spliff, and you go to court and you get charged and all that, they get that expunged because you can have up to 2 ounces of marijuana now.
Right. And so it makes sense, because to me, if you're getting a record expunged in another country or wherever it is, it means that you had the record. It means that you went.
But that's not all that he's contending, you know. The statement said that he was also charged for possession of some other controlled substance.
Okay.
It was 2 things: the controlled substance and the spliff.
That's my question. What was the statement? That's right. Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is that they're wrong to do that, the JCF. Like, regardless of what, they should have published his personal information. It had nothing to do with what he alleged. He said the government will issue that something with, so London or England would not allow him into the country. Which I think the issue is they should have done their investigation. His attorney should have figured out what was happening before making a statement. Popcorn, yeah, maybe like, you know, like you're young, whatever, you publish it on Facebook or whatever. His attorney should have advised him to remove it, because you can't just allege something without having facts. Because usually when you go through immigration, they're not gonna really tell you, oh, your government put something on you. They're not gonna talk to you on that level. So his attorney did the wrong thing. He endorsed his statements, which he had to apologize for. And that was just a heap of garbage in between. But the JCF, when they made that statement, they know people go call him cokehead. You know, like how they do Buju Banton. They go call him cokehead and all these things. They knew what would have happened. They shouldn't have done it.
So maybe what I'm trying to understand is something is wrong with the continuum, the temporal nature of this whole thing, right? He's going through the airport. Customs, right? And they held him. At what point, a couple of questions. At what point did the government of Jamaica make a statement that impacted him in immigration? Right?
Like he said before.
Huh?
Like he said, they put something in the system. So when you reach Atlanta, you like, you go to customs, they stop him. So he said the Jamaican government purposely said something to that government, so they have to stop him at the border. That's what he said.
So,
right?
so there's something deeper than what we're looking at. Yeah. So there has to be something deeper then, because for the
Exactly.
government of Jamaica to put something on the record for immigration in London to pull up, something is wrong there that we're not
No,
seeing.
but
That's
Leo,
And
what we
how
don't
would,
know.
and how would he know? Sorry, how would he know that the government of Jamaica put that record on there?
but Leo, think about it.
Officials not gonna tell
If
him.
the Jamaica
My
Constabulary
point.
Force has a notice on their thing about me saying that I was charged in Barbados for X for possession of something and for spliff as well, then when I go to any country, I expect that that is going to show up.
All right,
He
so
go show up and he apply for the visa, so you have to expose it anyway. When you apply for visa, you
absolutely.
have to write
Right.
When
the
you
record.
when you apply for the visa, you have to declare it.
Exactly.
And so when you get there, they're gonna ask you about it. I don't see where the problem is. I really don't see where the problem is.
Well, the
But
problem is popcorn chat too fast. I'm gonna say them
Because
Jamaican woman.
if he didn't declare it and they find out, they can turn him right back.
Exactly.
And so
I can't, let me just say clearly up here that I can't attempt to try this matter because I'm not wearing my
Confusing.
hat.
no, we are actually just having a conversation.
Hold on, and I don't want to have no conversation more about it, except that I read in the article and say, poor Popcorn find himself in trouble. It is a matter now before the courts, and the JCF will have to sort themselves out. My takeaway from all of this is that the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the whole justice system needs to check and double check their facts before they go out there, so that it don't compromise whatever it is that they're doing, and also that it doesn't make me feel less confident in what they do or what they say. That's all.
All right, and I mean, here's our immigration attorney, but I'm saying to myself, if I have
our U.S. immigration attorney,
if I have a something on my record, whether it's expunged or not, because they're gonna ask you, and you go for a visa, then I would have to declare it so that when I get to the border, I can say, okay, this is what my situation is. If I get there, because they can turn it right back around.
They will not give him.
But then if once I get there, the authorities, the immigration has no reason to tell you what the cause is why they're going to turn you around. Sometimes they just turn you around. I mean,
I have to tell you.
they don't. They just turn you around.
Anybody been turned around? You know anybody who? I want somebody to come and tell me.
Yeah.
Who
I know immigration.
go to the
People get
airport
turned around all the time.
All the time.
Turn them back. So
They don't turn them around.
what do you say to them?
Yeah, man.
They say to you, "I'm holding you because you need to go back home."
Not at all. They just
No, they just don't know you. They don't know you into the country. Like once you're there, remember I said discretionary. No, they can decide for whatever reason they don't want to let you into their country.
Right. So
and they could turn
and
it
then
back.
they just say to you, "Well,
Which are the next plane.
we're putting you back on the next flight."
Yep.
Yeah. Which is better than until if you come in and put in a deportation process. So you better just go back a yard. But yeah, they're not gonna really tell you. They're not gonna tell you the person why they're holding
They're
you.
holding you.
Yeah, especially if something. I know Jamaica put about Interpol, put out whatever, like a big terrorist, like all of this unnecessary.
Yes, yeah.
But the thing is that the thing, as you are saying, Dr. Diane, the thing is that when it's like they always want to be arguing with people. Like if Popcorn says something, you say we'll look into it. And I think that's what Kamina said. We'll look into it and we'll, figure out what's happening and see. Why JCF get involved now? She is the minister, of foreign affairs. Let her handle it. How JCF a bottom get into this?
Well, we could have asked that question there, because let me tell you, there's one other thing, and Sandy just mentioned it, that we need to talk about. So that's Popcorn issue. The other thing is Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan president and prime minister must resign. A crunch, and I'm reading from the BBC.
But before we get there, let me read the comments before we go out of the comments, and then people cuss me out again, so me I skip them. Yeah. Okay. Garvan said, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Amen, Garvan. Patricia said, haha, good one at Dr. Diana comment. Sandra said, ideology is not based on principle. It's an idea or ideal used mainly politically and economically. Michael said, popcorn dating of the Jamaican Miss World seems to be a big problem. No, what she love. Sandra said, what is good? What is going on with all these prime ministers?
Why
You
everybody
just
just getting everybody dating business? So why the people
I
that
tell you,
comfortable with
the
them know them?
popcorn. Exactly, the popcorn right one whole song with our name. Oh
Really?
my God, he's in love. Yeah, a whole
That's so
song.
cool. I hope somebody write that for me.
Yeah. Sandra said, what is going on with all these prime ministers? News just in Sri Lanka prime minister willing to resign after protests storm his residence. Oh my God, a lot of protests going on. Brian Thomas said, didn't this information come from Interpol initially which links with all police jurisdiction all over the world, which include both Barbados, Jamaica? Popcorn referred to Jamaica and Jamaica police who should have remained silent, responded exactly, who enough. Peter Gates said they turn people around the Canada border all the time, especially if you have arrests or convictions that are undisclosed. On YouTube, we have a lot of comments on YouTube, Leo.
Leo, read you. Oh, Leo can't read.
Darren said, he said they red flag him, that popcorn. Johnny said, this is a sad thing. Folks, all countries share a common database. This has nothing to do with Jamaica. The person showing ignorance and lack of sophistication. Johnny said, if you hire people to represent you, stay off social media and let your PR, lawyer, etc. speak on your behalf. That is true.
Yep.
Red flag, when I first came to this country back in '84 on a visa, right?
Yeah.
And when I came,
Carefully. What not
when
to do.
I came, I stayed 2 weeks, went back home, and I came.
Sorry, hold on, Leo, before you go any further. Michelle, can they use any information that Leo discloses against him today?
I'm all right, all right. And so I turned around a month later and came back into this country.
How them let you back in? Usually them say why you come back so early.
Yeah.
Red flag. You talk about red flag.
Okay.
Red flag. So they put me in one room with one red folder. And I had to stay there for 2 hours. Nobody no talk to me. It was like 2.5 hours. Nobody no talk to me. Nobody no say nothing to me. I mean, me did I sweat. I'm sure that room was completely full of water when I left out of it. And then when they came to me now, they came and said, okay, give me the thing, the folder, and then you can go. I mean, to me,
Leo, they were just interrogating you.
Nobody interrogated me, but I think what they probably thought I was a mule.
Yeah.
And so they put me to rest to make sure that it come out in 2 hours or something like that. Something like that. I just don't know.
So you would have
Those who don't
swallowed
know
the
what
drug.
a mule is somebody who carries drugs in their body.
Okay. But after real mule not carry drugs in them body, why them say that?
Real mule.
Carry load. So these
They carry load.
But they carry load on them body, they not carry inside of them body.
Okay. So what about
Sri Lanka in turmoil, because you remember the other day they only had enough gas for 1 week or something.
yeah.
So an advisor to the farm has been sharing. Oh, farmer, listen, just update for me. I don't want that. Thousands of protesters have stormed the resident of Sri Lankan president. You know that the name that we can call. Police fire shots in the air, but could not stop crowds from overrunning the residence. The prime minister has agreed to resign his offices to make way for an all-party government. Interesting.
A lot of going on in the world. Like I saw a video. I forgot which country. Like all of the farmers bring their manure.
India.
India collect out the whole of the manure. And so then they keeping money and the people they must suffer. Like a lot of protests going on around the world. It's so sad.
And we're going to see a lot more. As I said, pandemic is really a big thing. Pandemic throws economies out of whack all the time.
And it's showing up everybody.
And because we're unprepared to deal with the upcoming. And trust me, the fact that Russia invaded Ukraine at this time, coming out of pandemic, is a big thing that cause a ripple effect across the world. Yeah. And so it makes gas and oil very expensive because they are a big manufacturer of crude. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and it's sad still, but it show up everything. Not only that, you see, with the burdens of COVID and all these things, they're now exposing how these governments are mismanaging funds that are supposed to be helping citizens.
And please don't
Like,
go to please don't
especially
go to mismanaging funds. Jesus.
no, but the thing is that like you still see the pandemic and how people are in need, and then you still see the waste of doing unnecessary things. So of course, people, because when these countries that you see, they're saying these politicians are still traveling, doing all these things, while people don't have basic food and all these things. So this is what people are realizing, and we see it even in our own country, where we still see like spending, 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 and when people need, they're like, we don't have the money. So of course, it's gonna cause all these problems because with what happened in COVID, they should have reshaped whatever budget they had, or to adjust, like go with the wind. Or let's say
Yeah,
adjust your sail. But some of them keep on still on these projects and these things, and I understanding like people are suffering because COVID still going on. Because we have a new variant that worse than the last variant
Yes,
that just came out. So
yes,
it's
and
going
five.
now.
yeah, monkeypox.
No, another COVID
No, and
or something
plus
like that.
monkeypox reach at Jamaica.
Oh my God. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, COVID has a lot to do with economics these days, and we have to be very careful about how we manage
Oh
our.
my, that's why I put my hand Parmesan Dr. Then it's stressful, not sure, but
Yes,
then I
yes.
remove it.
Um, and I think that you will get to see a lot of these leaders leaving office because it's a different kind of pressure that they're remember now that most of us as nations plan like 5, 10, 20 years ahead and
Most.
and
Hold on.
Most. Most of us
and,
plan.
and oh okay, and then what happened is the ones who don't plan never couldn't couldn't transition out of COVID because they never have a plan. And the ones who planned, they now have to change their plans. It doesn't give them enough time to flip around and plan for another 5 years. It's a whole heap of stuff going on at the same time. So if you don't plan, you probably have a better chance if you have money to come out of it because then you can plan after. But if you plan, then it throws off your plans.
Yeah, so they have to do something quick. Cause it not getting pretty and it not look like anything at end soon. Cause now we have monkeypox. I heard about another one. I forgot the name that came about another one.
Mm.
And some just cut me eye passy. I'm like Jesus. And
We have we have a lot of things that's going on, and it's sad. We're gonna see a lot more leaders stepping down, stepping aside. There's a lot of pressure. We're gonna have a lot of
people
pressure.
are it is boiling over with a lot of people. A lot of people. So I don't know. It kind of hard. I feel it for leaders because you have to plan for now going through this pandemic. I have to plan for the what after this is over, when it eventually is over. How to readjust. So it kind of hard. So it's kind of like daily. So you can't stick to the same thing that you've been doing all these years. You have to really change it.
But can you imagine a country that doesn't have oil?
Hmm?
It's like going through St. Mary through rock. What's she saying?
I can't hear Dr. Dan. I think you think out.
We're hearing a lot of noise in your in your thing, some kind of beat noise, like you're making some kind of call to India or something like that.
I must say, I call Sri
Oh, you're
Lanka.
good now.
That's cancer like okay, we're good now. But can you imagine a country, an entire country without oil? I remember back in the 70s when we couldn't get oil because of oil crisis. The 70s was plagued with oil crisis, so we couldn't get gas, and there was a lot of strikes all over Jamaica. So kerosene oil was the hardest thing. You have to pay 3 times the price of kerosene oil and you could only buy one little quart or one little thing, to fill up your stove, and it was rough. It's like throwing you back into the woods, into the 1840s or 1730s. Without gas, we everything that we do, the electricity, our computer, everything that we run to operate, to communicate, to drive, everything depends on oil and gas. Our lives.
But the thing is that, for so long, I remember from I was in high school, they're talking about alternative to all of this oil, like the windmills, solar, all these things that they were saying that we need to get on board because the future is now and all these things. And look how old may be. And this is the perfect time if they had focused in on these things and done it, then it could have helped a little because we're so dependent on oil. So now everything go crumble because what we gonna do? Like instead of using other, like how now we have the food crisis. For so long we've been saying, self-sustenance, plant up your farm, do all of this. Like no, it look like, what I mean? So it's like all these things that we should have been doing that we've been spoken about, nobody did. And this is the perfect time we would have reaped if
I
we
don't know.
had.
I don't know that nobody did, because there are a lot of countries that are operating on those.
When I said nobody, I was looking at Jamaica. I was
Well,
looking
you're
for
right. I take it that Michelle was talking specifically about Jamaica,
Jamaica.
and which is why it was funny when Leo said that countries plan 20, 15, 20 years ahead, because clearly with that kind of a vision, there was no consistency of implementation. So when you think back to that period, and I read an article recently about breadfruit flour and cassava flour, for the gluten-free competencies that it brings, and for the alternative to the cost of wheat flour that we're not going to get most of nowadays. And I'm saying, but back then when they're advocating to eat what you grow and to be creative and stuff, people were like, this is the end of the world, because how can we not have regular flour? Why should we eat breadfruit? And this is going back to slavery and all of that. And there was just this talk or this feed into the wider society that this was not a good thing for us. But to see it come full circle now, where breadfruit is being advocated by persons who perhaps back then did not even share or support eating what you grow or growing what you eat, because it meant that this is another kind of isms that is being inserted or thrusted upon Jamaicans. Are we not to interpret it as that? I stop to think, or is it an advancement now when you're coloring it, looking at it through some other colored lens now, it is okay. So it's okay now, but it wasn't okay then. But had we stuck to the past, the path that had been articulated, we would have been way ahead of the game. Same thing with the energy, the wind and the solar and stuff. The other thing is that there's this whole heap of duty on importing the batteries that you need to support the alternative energy. You can't afford it. So unless there's a policy position or somebody take this thing serious, I hear finally know that we can probably get some exemptions on the importation.
That's because JPS had the
stronghold.
Yes, on alternate energy, because if they bring in alternate energy, then JPS their value reduces, because they have
but years ago, Leo, JPS. Years ago, persons were allowed to use alternative energy and to sell it back to JPS. But then there came a time where they just stop it, blop, and would not open it back out.
That's because of the power of JPS. We don't have a lot of alternate companies to provide the type of service that JPS provides, and
maybe style for them.
Yeah, so you're stuck pretty much, And
another thing.
They dictate. Go ahead.
And another thing to remember from even high school when they talk with education, and they were saying, technology is the way forward and how they go get we. I remember I was in high school, like technology, computer, we're doing the computer lessons and all these things, because that's where we're going. And you see what happened? COVID come and we still just getting there. And how old me be. And I was in high school.
I don't know how old you be.
All right, Michelle, we assume that you're old.
You know nothing about car. I mean, that to me, that can't be old. Right? Okay.
But what I thought interesting too, Michelle, is how things change. The more things change, the more they remain the same. In that back then there was the development of these technical schools and training centers, and there was an advocate. People were encouraged to pursue trades. So there's a place in St. Catherine, I remember it well, called Lloyda's Vale Trade Training Center. I remember because I had family who studied welding there, and you would have these different trade training centers that would push people. Now, all of us, now people recognizing that you really need these trade people in Jamaica. If we had continued and just, separate people, you go traditional, you go secondary, you go technical, very technical, and I don't remember the other technical schools that they've had.
Comprehensive. But Diana, and let me tell you this, right, with our own country, I reluctantly supported diaspora giving devices to Jamaica during the time when the ministry come out and said, we want devices, right? And because I said to a friend,
the ministry needs them.
I said to my friend, once COVID done, we're not going to have any use for devices again, because we're going to go right back to.
That is unfortunate.
Right back to blackboard. And when was the last time you hear the word "we want devices in school"? It's done.
But Leo, we can't be done because we have to prepare our children for the environment that they are to work in. So
I know.
It has to be that still we continue with online instruction and we master the craft of it. Teachers need to get up speed with it.
But we're not hearing the need anymore. We're not hearing the need anymore, is what I'm saying to you.
But then we lost.
That's what I'm saying. Because we had this whole big hoopla, and then within about 3 months we've given 116,000. We have 650,000 students now. 116,000 devices to our students. And what happened to them?
Then probably I watch YouTube. I watch you.
I would like that. I like that. Right? Because to me, you didn't plan for this kind of thing. Because first of all, the schools don't have Wi-Fi access. So what you do with computer? Put the Wi-Fi, you have put the cat before the ass. Yeah, put the cat before the ass. Put Wi-Fi in a school first and make Wi-Fi in every school, and then you say, yes, I want to bring the computer. And you want to know? Then the rush for computers would never stop, because the kids them want it because they want to be on it. But if they don't have the Wi-Fi and you give them computer, what am I used to do? So that's why it dead. That's why it dead, Diana.
Well, it is perhaps dead because there is a lack of reasonable coverage within schools or within communities. But it is also going to die, even if you put the internet within the space, if the teachers are not brought up to speed as to how to instruct online. Because when you conduct a class in the typical chalk and talk approach, you can't just simply put a camera in front and do the same thing. You're not going to be effective.
Right.
So there is that need as well for competence.
Agree. Yeah. But if the Wi-Fi is there, the teachers would be forced to use it, because the principals would be getting instructions from the ministry to make sure that they use it in. But then the ministry can't instruct the principal to execute what they don't have. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They would be forced.
It's unfortunate.
You may go around in a circle. Maybe go back to what people used to do in a summer, because
No, but a positive, see the reggae girls are the well.
Yeah, you then get 5 love beaten from America.
Owen, oh man.
But they started off well when they beat Mexico. That we really have to celebrate.
Yeah.
Them beat Mexico, and there's hope yet than the other one them. But
they're doing it.
Yeah.
And next week is the World Championship.
Let me tell you, nobody never tell me see America that they for me feel so bad and depraved.
Yeah, right there, son. Right there, son.
Right there, so I could have go.
Yeah. Okay, Michael said.
How is that gonna go? Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, Michael said teachers are scared of losing their jobs to technology. Well, they need to get on board. Johnny said, Leo, if they want to be competitive, just get on board, as Dr. Diana said, do the training, learn, then can get rid of you if you're the one who know how to do it. It can do it. Johnny said, Leo, we have COVID-19 and we have a new variant, and then there's monkeypox. The poor response of the country create a domino effect on the world's economy. All right. So all the world championship will go. Who you think go win? Do you think
Jamaica.
Sharika go beat Elaine? I don't know whoever win. We don't care.
In Jamaica.
Okay, so I'm making a prediction for the 100 meter.
Yeah, give to Sharika.
It's going to be Shelly Ann Fraser,
No.
then Sharika, and then Elaine.
All right, we're taking bets.
For the 100 meter, it's going to be Shelly Ann Fraser. Oh, no, can write this song, let me write it down.
So shall I win the 1 and the 200 meter?
Well, I know, man, let me done now. Sure. Shelly Ann Fraser. Number 2 is going to be Elaine. And then number 3 is going to be... Sorry. Sharika is number 2. Sharika. And then Elaine number 3.
For the 100 and the 200 meter?
So the 200 meter is going to be Sharika first, Elaine second, and Shelly Ann third.
All right. I mean, I agree with that. The bet.
Oh, no, can't bet me, because
I'm going to go with Elaine winning the 100 meter, with Sharika second, and the other lady third. On the 200 meter, I am going to give it to Sharika, and I am going to give Elaine second on that, and the other lady running third.
Okay, so we have the same thing for the 200 meter. Go back for the 100 meter for me again.
Elaine winning it.
Elaine.
Sharika coming second, and Fraser coming third.
Okay, all right.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, it is Jamaica.
Come on, five phone. Come on, right there.
Well, wait, as long as I'm the 3 position, Jamaica. That's all.
I thought that, let me tell you, there's word out there that...
Hold on, let me ask the people then, because we have some time. Who wanna think I go win the 100? Just who I go win? When I need a placement, who wanna think we're win the 100 and the 200?
Okay, Peter says, so what is the wager for the bet, Leo? Where are we?
Yes, Leo, what we gonna get?
Oh, yeah, man, we can wait. A cell phone.
We decide which cell phone we want from in the one iPhone.
We're just kissing the teeth, yeah.
And Michelle phone, yeah, bet.
Yes.
Doddy said, what happened to the 100 million US that was given to develop training and help the youth and the inner city? Johnny said, in that same conversation, I heard a well-to-do relative speak of the same funds as money just sitting around to help their class. I was fit to be tied. Where's the paper trail? Valerie said, Sharika for the 100 meter. Dr. Johnny said, as long as Jamaica wins, that is all. Point blank. Brian says, reasonable prediction, Leo, Sharika stronger in the 200. Lorna said, I hope that some schools like Winston Jones High have trade department like plumbing. They even raise chicken. Anissa said, 100 is Shelly-Ann and the 200 is Sharika. Joyce said, as long as they're Jamaica, 1, 2, 3, me no business. VM said, I agree with Michelle, Jamaica, and Jamaica.
I mean, there's a talk out there, Michelle, about in the nationals last week that Elaine and Shelly-Ann allowed what's her name? Sharika to win. But when I look at the 200 meters, right? When Sharika ran that 200 meters, 21.55. That's the 3rd lowest in the world ever.
Lowest or fastest?
Yeah, I think people have come up with an explanation as to why Shelly or Elaine never win.
So let me say to you, whether it was Shelly-Ann or Elaine running against Erica in their real form, 21.55 is the fastest time ever. Them couldn't beat her on that 200 meter. So I am saying she for sure is a 200 meter win for sure. I think that
With good health
yeah, with good health.
All things being equal, yes.
and God in the saddle.
When I look at Shellyan run in the past 200 meters, she was in great form. I mean, you look at how she ran. She was Shellyan in 2008. Get up fast and run fast. So me a carry her for the number one for the 100 meter.
Okay, Sharon said Elaine for 100 and Sharika for the 200.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Johnny said
Elaine for the 100,
100.
said, and
Elaine.
Sharika for the 200. That's not what you said.
Johnny said right,
Me?
Michelle, Jamaica.
I said Sharika, Shellyan for the 100 and Sharika for the 200. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
and Sharon
we
said
said
Elaine.
Elaine for the 100 meter.
You said that, right?
No, Sharon.
No, man. Diane says Elaine for the 200.
Yeah, me said that too.
Sharon on YouTube said 100 meter Elaine. Sharon.
Oh, she joined with Diana then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter Gay said 100 Elaine. Peter said, I've never seen Sharika run. Oh,
Yeah, Peter,
no.
again, go look. One you.
Peter Gay, you need to come out of the fall cube.
Peter again need to get up earlier morning time. And catch a race. But
But you know, so the boys I do well too, you know. Maybe something
oh
carry
yes,
me
so we're going to expect what's his name?
Johan.
Johan to win the 200.
That's that. Oh, Johan can't beat Oblique.
He can't beat him in the 100, but he can beat him in the 200.
Oh, the two, yeah. Okay,
You
but
wanna go on?
they're not gonna come in first though. Fred out there a lick shot bad. couple guys from America and in Africa are run like 10 9 8 and 9 7 in the 100 meter. I don't know how they're going to beat them.
When the beast hit the track, then
I
run.
hope you not bring out the beast, you know, because the beast was cursed. I hope you not bring it out. Remember when you did it? I hope you not bring it out. I'm just not doing thing. We don't want the beast. We don't want the beast.
Oh, and what's happening in Jamaica on the lighter side? We're going back to lighter side. So, yes, carnival starts. So this weekend is Holy Carnival activity. Yeah.
Carnival or festival?
Carnival.
Like
so
carnival, walk up and down Juve.
Carnival?
Yeah, carnival star.
I thought carnival is in the winter, you call it the spring.
That's a regular carnival. This is a Jamaica carnival. We do our own thing. We don't always do our own thing in our own time. Remember with the COVID restrictions and stuff, a lot of them had to put off. So I know carnival start because Dana went out last night.
She got with monkeypox.
Yeah, so she went to Juve, she wore a mask and she sanitized, and all of them was out there and they had fun. So she goes at 11 o'clock and you pick her up at 5 o'clock. And I'm saying to myself, I might as well go to, because there's no way to sleep. Because how can you sleep knowing that she out there?
The dance and chariot. You should have gone. You should have gone.
No, but I don't want to go. No, she going to her thing. She go do her thing.
One side.
I'm too old for them kind of thing there too. But yes. Imagine all them walk up and down round whichever road, down this road, up the road again, come back down. Somebody would have to come pick me up halfway.
Next year we have got Dr. Diana. We're not too old.
Me watching them.
We're old, but we know what is saying. How many people know saying we're old, but we're cold. Exactly.
Oh gosh. So as a Sharon, if it was a father that was tasked to do this, you think they would have sleep? You think they would have sleep, Michelle? I think
so. They used to drop asleep. They used to snore. But
yeah, man, they go sleep off. But the woman
said, whatever
the whole time and then just wake up and say, yeah, and then go. Man.
If knowing my mother, she'd have been right there.
Exactly.
She maybe not do nothing. She'd have set up right there, watching us dancing and doing everything. I say, oh, you're too tough. You're too stiff.
Can you hear this?
Oh, carnival.
Put up the speaker thing up.
Hold on, let me see. I don't know if it's turn it.
He has won the competition.
One of the 10.
Oh, and why are you playing one?
I remember it's not coming when I look for the other one.
That's the only one me here. That's the only one me here. Me don't hear no more.
What's the other one? Sharika, Sandra said Sharika winning 100 and 200.
Oh.
Peter Gay said.
You have to read Lorna. I know it will be Elaine, Sharika, and Shelly.
Lorna.
Lorna says, I know it will be Elaine, Sharika, and Shelly in the 100 meter. 200 meter will be my girl from Banana Ground again. That's Elaine.
Okay. Peter Gay said, Michelle, there's an age limit to partying. When you have teenagers and beyond, you have to choose where you hang out. Dr. D, it's daughter's time now.
Yeah, Peter.
I don't believe in that. More and me and my son die same party at dance.
That's hello. When
No,
go today.
You want to be at the same party with your son?
Yes.
Of course. Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
At a particular age, there are certain things.
And I wind up, and I wind up just the same. Him a wind up and me a wind up.
I got it, wind up. It doesn't go that look and said, get rid of that girl. Don't let her come near you.
Oh, yeah, go for monitor. we will go to things together, like we went to a tea party together and those kind of things. But she going
boring stuff.
No, it's not boring.
You know, me love having my mother with me. I don't know. Me love when she run.
Yeah, but they're not going to go to soca party at 11 o'clock. She dropping her off with her friends and me turn up, park my car and go on a party to same party.
My uncle them used to say,
she go rub up on somebody else. Now me have to go look for see wait.
When my rub so close.
And the next thing she come over and say, hey mommy, who is he? You know him? Where you know him from?
Of course. Me like the boy, you know, you think, mommy, you think.
You gonna say, what? What was that? What was that gyrating? So I think you get your point that she not gonna really want to be herself. She gotta be like,
yeah, she gonna be
this tush wine. Instead of the broke out wine, she let this tush wine become mommy did it. You know, like she not be herself.
You can't give Jesus peace. Well, I must
she didn't know I broke out wine, she not no respect for you. That's what I mean. You have to be respectful, and she gonna have to show you respect. You're her mother.
I can't do my broke out wine in front of me. No, I forgot wait, forgot to do that somewhere else.
It doesn't matter respect.
When me go my oldest party, me must go on my oldest party, go broke out, and she must go a fair thing, you know.
Why?
Trust her at this point. She made the best decisions, you know.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, Sharon says
for joining too. I know she's on somewhere. My neighbor Christine. Oh, my man, I never turned on the banana tree, but cut the banana and it really looking good.
That's good. Sharon said, what do you think about the twin sisters from Edwin Allen going pro? Yeah, me like that. You know the twin girls?
Tia and Tina. I think they went pro, you know.
They did. And that Stephen, the same
Francis has them now. Yeah. But they have 1 year left in school, don't they?
They're in high. They're at
sixth form.
They're at UTech. No, they're at UTech.
Oh, they're UTech.
Like they stay at Jamaica. Because most of the time when they leave Jamaica, it's kind of like they get lost a little.
No. I was more concerned because I thought they had 1 more year in high school.
Leo, but people can decide what they want to do.
No, but I realized that they may have gone to UTech so that they can, because they already passed 5th form, so they have the choice of leaving.
Yeah.
And go to college. And so by the fact that they went to college now.
Because
but this was their last year.
That says they must have finished their 2 years, because the new regulation for the thing said that they must do 7 years in high school. So no.
They didn't finish.
So they'd have to go
still 17, you know. They're still 17. They didn't finish.
They're supposed to start early. My daughter was that when she finished school.
And so, in fact, I read where they had 1 more year in school. They could have
UTech, whatever it is.
And so they left and went to UTech so that they can go pro.
Yeah, which is good. At least I'm going to go to school.
Okay.
If she run 10.96, she can run 10.5.
But they have an older sister to that run track too.
Really?
But I think she finished already. I think they have an older sister too. She run too.
I don't know about that. But
okay.
I love to see them run. I love to see Tia finishing that leg. She just has the right her legs them big like a so, you know. But she has that form that you know that she's gonna do well.
So
Oh
she
my
know
And
God.
I
how to
love their
finish.
interview skills.
Good.
You ever watch her interview skills?
Mm.
Oh my.
Yeah.
She just blunt. Then blunt, she blunt. So it kind of like
In blunt.
her blunt. So
She cleaned up. When Elaine started that, she was very you know, the only one that comes out and has always been very good. And I know that's why she's Jamaica's
Veronica
darling.
Campbell.
Shelly. Oh,
Shelly.
Veronica was good.
Veronica.
Monica was good too, but Shelly came out right on top.
No
But
man,
she-
let me tell you, VCB set the standards.
yes, she was.
Nobody could ever ask her
She was very
anything.
good.
And
She was
and,
very
and
good.
and she not in control and measured and giving it proper
Yeah,
perfect.
man. But Shelly Ann does the same thing. She's very
But
much.
I'm saying Veronica set the
But
standard.
Veronica set the standard. That's really good. Because I remember Merlin Atti, she didn't talk. She hardly ever even said
Ati
it.
just run, man.
Just run. You
But
know?
that's come
Just
on.
run.
Just run. Atti just run.
You
And
hear
it,
the story about how Ati, when Ati was a young girl and she got to some event or the other at stadium, and she was a very honest person, and they asked her if she keep the purse, so somebody else's purse, and when she run and the purse drop and she turn back and she go pick up the purse and she run and still win the race.
never hear that one day, but it's possible. But she was very quick. Atti was in her time one of the best.
It was.
Yes,
Best.
and still is world ranked.
And she ran officially, professionally until she was like 53.
Yeah, because she ran for another country, right?
Another country.
Yeah.
Somebody
How,
said,
how do you see that, Diana,
what?
running for another country?
But then they want her at the time. Jamaica when like you wash up.
You
Well,
know,
go
run for
retire.
anybody who
Another.
run for them, and you know, make a team where you're there because the standard so high and the other standard them a little bit lower, and you can make it. Then you know, go qualify and run this so. Because
I think she was upset with Jamaica. I think she
They
was.
were, they did her bad.
there's no way that she could have beat the then Veronica Campbell Brown and all the other girls who were in the 100-meter at that time.
But can you imagine as a Jamaican? Because there's a lot of kids, a lot of guys who left Jamaica and gone to run for other countries, right? Slovenia is one of the countries that did. And can you imagine suiting up and being on the line against another Jamaican?
Hey, well, you just have to know, say you're going to get a beating for the Jamaican today.
It just don't feel right just looking at it, you know.
Then
Good
you get a
yourself.
little cheering, you're going to get a little extra cheering for the Jamaica crowd, them gracious enough. He said, go on at it.
They will not they
They
bully
did,
us.
no,
Eh?
they did. Our
They did?
country ran, they did. They were like,
But the other people, the other guys, them.
they don't know fought on it, but when Ati went take it track to the other country,
Oh, we
everybody
love.
like
She was already there, darling. Yeah, man, she was already there, darling.
No, Ati, but other people not gonna have that the same kind of love.
No, they will not.
Ati step up there, everybody are gonna cheer her like a
Yes.
Somebody sends me a note and say, what you putting Dana business out there for? But it's not that I putting Dana business out. I just wanted to get a feedback to say, how do you feel about this kind of thing? So
Me would have got dance with my son. I'm going to
auntie.
Dana at girl. Now or that's that. Next time I go with her and watch her feel. People
Yes,
think
that's
it's a
fine. Me come
teenager.
up with Tono.
in incognito.
Yeah. No, people think I'm really teenager. So I
No,
could
Michelle can't get where she can go.
we fit in right in.
Lorna says, no, Leo, you can't party with your children. That is like I see a lady and her son sharing a cigarette. That upset me so much, she says. And Sandra says she agrees. I agree, Lorna.
Oh, Valerie said, Jamaica Carnival used to be after Easter. This year is no. Dr. Johnny C, because of COVID, everything changed.
And then tonight is today is another setup party, and tomorrow is
oh my, she's living the life.
No, she's not going nowhere. Just telling you what is happening there.
I'm
just telling you what else is happening.
Okay, I'm like, you can't go sleep till she leave and go back to school.
No, man, and then poor soul come she asleep. Oh gosh.
Joy said only family party is acceptable, Leo. Exactly. That's the only party if you go. So yeah, your son in a competition.
Of course I would. I would go to a party with him all day long.
So what are you going to do for the rest of the weekend?
Well, I have my friend here, my neighbor. So I'm gonna show her around Jacksonville. Like it's not that boring. She's 13, a teenager, learning something new about teenagers, but carry around the city. That's what I'm gonna do.
Carry go mall, man. All if she does a walk up.
That's what she want to do. Yesterday, me not go start business. She said she want to put on nails. I said to her, don't put on the nails too long because you have to be functional. My lady put on one long nail. When we come out of the place, she can't open up her bottle of drink. She can't do anything. So I'm like, well, I'm learning lesson.
In the practical.
I was telling, Diana, you met me that tell the other day
So
that I went on a meeting the other day, and when the woman come on to the meeting,
no, it's not me.
I could not believe what I was seeing.
Mhm.
Her lashes were about 3 inches long.
Oh, the long one?
Yes, about
So
3
that-
inches
they
long.
are-
I said, what the hell? What is this? You know when you know what it looked like? You know they have these apps that you can put on,
Yeah.
fake stuff. I thought that was what I was looking at. I thought she used Zoom to add some stuff to. I could not believe it was 3
So
inches.
how you know though? So how you know say it was our eyelashes?
I really, yeah, me there on the meeting with her for 1 hour.
They were distracted the whole
And
I
time.
was completely distracted.
It was
I was, I, I was completely distracted. I mean, there was nothing that she could say that I would have. It was, I mean, what's going on?
the eyelash that was brushing your Leo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was crazy. So Diana, I mean, please take off the glasses. I think the 3 inch would work well. Yes. And she was bopping them like so. Bop, 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 bop. I said, Jesus Christ Almighty. Oh, I wonder if she have a problem bopping them eyes. It was something else.
I was distracted. I'm like, why? But I guess people do whatever.
Why though, Michelle? I mean,
So that make them feel beautiful. I don't know. Like people do whatever.
that's not even practical. Nobody has that naturally. And if the intention to wear a makeup is to enhance and to make it 3 inches is not natural.
It was about 3 inches. It was going off of her face.
I
It was
know what you're saying because I see some long ones.
I see them. I was like, I remember a lady came to talk to me on the same thing, and she was like, and I was, I just had to say to her, your eyelash really distract me. I was like, because I couldn't even focus on anything. Cause it just like it's
like a windscreen wiper.
like one movement, you don't know how it moves, so you're fascinated and you're kind of like, can you see?
I've not seen that. It was crazy.
Somebody said, okay, so Joyce said, Marska said, Leo, me hear your music. Johnny said, I am back. Sandra said, Leo, she didn't scratch up the screen with her lashes.
That's a good one.
No, not to take joke on too terrible.
Johnny said, I liked those eyelashes to my dollies when I was a child, just fake.
Oh, that's right. They look like Dolly. That's true. Yeah.
A dolly they want, a dolly in the dolly.
Dolly look,
but back then they weren't as thick. I see sometimes that are so thick. It's not just long, but they're thick as well. So they almost look like a web.
Yeah, we don't know how they do it.
I have a friend who tattoo her. What is it called again, bro? She tattooed her bro. Yeah, so but
I think I'm gonna do that. Joyce said
it's okay, Leo, because it makes it you don't have to on things.
Keep doing it over and over. I think I'm gonna do it. Joyce said, take the teenager to places she doesn't normally encounter. She'll remember you for that when the years have taken her to adulthood. Yeah, I have to try. Marska says, Michelle Stranger. Hi, Mar. And Marska said, hi, Miss Lady B. Lorna said, some of the fake lashes look like awnings. I saw one on the floor at work. One day I thought it was an insect. Oh my God. Fern said the eyelashes look like they represent awnings for the eyes.
No, no, no hurricane. No hurricane.
My
Oh, God.
God.
When hurricane come, you just drop down them down. You're all
Oh,
right.
yeah, all right.
Oh man, whatever make them happy. Jody said Facebook have kicked me off after mentioning a name earlier, so I was on YouTube for a spell. Guess Mega realized they were wrong.
Make America great again.
And we're down to the wire. It was
Yes.
a good morning. It was
It
a
was a
fun
good
morning.
Yes, Leo was a
I
little
love our engagement.
vibrant.
So vibrant.
And it's good to have so many people back on again. We need to make
Yeah.
sure that Leo sends out the notices that we are consistent because people miss us. Thanks to my friends and neighbors and everybody else as usual, all my peeps for being here. And we look
And the people that don't like me this morning, me not like you neither. Where?
No, we love you all. The good and the bad. We love it all. We
guys,
love it
Leo
all.
played music this evening at 6 o'clock. Listen, he's on
Hey.
Mighty Enforcer.
You ever hear his voice and he
Leo.
play music? He not talk like this and he doing music.
Really?
Like him a
You
talk
can
to
barely
girls
hear him.
them. Hello, ladies. And the voice say, yeah, here, ladies. So tune in.
Leo, it's on Mighty Enforcers at what time?
At 6 o'clock, 6
6
p.m.
o'clock, 6 your time, that at 5 o'clock for time. So we are comfy here. How is it, Michelle?
And the voice.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah, the
Hello,
voice.
ladies.
The
You want to
voice.
hear this one? What you cooking today, ladies?
Come off on the phone. Come off on the phone. Go ahead.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, everyone. Have a